Hey, what's up, guys? Leaf here, the Latchkey Kids. We are here with another coach interview. This is for our week 2. We are here with the coach of Team Rebellion. Say what's up, man.
Yes, sir. This is Lucienflash right here, coming for this VBA W.
Hell yeah. So,
Yes,
you
sir.
already answered my first question. I was going to ask, how do you pronounce your name? Because
Yes, sir. Yeah, I heard a lot of people been using Lucien. And I'm like, yeah, I see why they would say it that way, but it's Lucien is definitely better than it sounds better.
Lucien. All right, you guys heard it. Yeah. It is Lucien. I got to take the L on that one. I've been saying Lucien. I even tried spelling it in the staff chat. I was like Looshin.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but we got it. It's official. It is Lucien. Don't get it wrong from now on because you heard it straight out the man's mouth.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right, so like, tell us about your experience with drafts. Like, this obviously isn't your first one. I've been seeing the way you play. This ain't your first draft.
Actually, it's been a little over a year since I got into draft. Since I got into competitive Pokemon in general. My first draft league, I played the whole draft without doing any calcs. And I made it to round 1 of playoffs, and I got hexed out. But I mean, I could have definitely made better plays, but I think I lost a crit, and that was in UGA season 1. And then after that, I joined VDL. I was the first draft league I actually got to draft my team. And anybody that knows me, they know that I'm a Dragon fan. Like Guja and Dragonite, those is my man right there. Like I go hard for those two. So that first season, I drafted Guja, Dragonite, and I think I had another dragon. And then honestly, I like say I draft wacky teams, teams you look at and like, yeah, that's barbecue chicken. But like I do well with them. You know what I'm saying? Like usually I'm at the bottom of PR. But then by the end of the season, in playoffs at the top. Haven't gotten my win yet, my draft league win. Hoping to get that in BTL soon. But yeah, I mean, if I'm taking the draft serious, I'm usually at least making playoffs, like at the very least.
Yeah, I can see it. I seen the way you playing against Theo. He won season 1, so
yes.
But that's awesome. Like I'm the same way, yo. People always put me down at the bottom of the tier list, and yeah. I mean, last season I made playoffs. I lost the first round of playoffs, but I won against a player who was undefeated last season. I was the first player to beat him.
Yes, sir.
He came in hot with Ice Horse, and I came in with Flareon. They didn't match well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then he came and destroyed me week 1. So.
Oof.
It happens.
For sure.
But I definitely know what it's like drafting quirky teams. I'm usually the everyone makes fun of me because I always draft Parasong. Every team. Always draft. Season 1 I got Parasong. Season 2 I got Parasong. I joined the Great Lakes draft league. Parasong. Yeah. I had it at least on the team. even this season, even this season I got Brion, bro. Like I got the Parasong.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it, man.
Yes, sir.
So you said a little bit ago that you were able to actually like draft your team in one of the other leagues. Does that kind of transfer over to here? Like, did you definitely have like a planned team that you were going for?
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, I think for the most part, I think season 5 of VDL, that's when I really started to draft prep. Before that, I was just mostly just thinking, get Guja, and then whatever comes after that, whatever's left, I'll decide when it gets there. This time I had a draft plan, especially since I love the format. Like, I hate legendaries. Serious. In every Pokemon game I played, I caught the legendaries and then I boxed it right away. I did not use it because I don't like using legendaries. Their stats is just too crazy to me. So I don't like using legendaries. I don't like playing against them. playing against, of course, it's been hard, even on ladder, playing against trying to use Guja and then having to face Ice Horse. Horrible, nightmare. But with now that there's no legendaries, I was just like, I have to at least get either Guja or Dragonite. That was really the main thing. But no legendaries in general. I was just like, I know I'm gonna love my team. You know what I'm saying, and love it how it's gonna match up against other teams.
And that means you have the practice too. If that's how you play on ladder,
yes.
It's not even a switch in the game. It's not even a switch in the game. So because you've been in several draft leagues, I have to ask. Yeah. This year we kind of did, or actually every season we do a live draft. We all sit down, we all get together, one sitting, do it in a couple hours, knock it out. How does that feel compared to like the other methods of drafting? Like I've seen some people like do like throughout a week. I've seen people do it over a spreadsheet. How is it different? And like, do you like prefer it? Like how you feel about it?
Personally, I prefer it way better because even with prepping for a team, like I usually prep like really quickly, and I don't like. The reason I love how fast it was because I often overthink. Like I overthink. Like even prepping, like I'm prepping. Like I'm honestly prepped for like 4 weeks ahead. But I know when it comes time for me to play the match, I'm gonna start rethinking, and then I tend to overthink things. You know what I'm saying? So then, with the usually I've been in drafts where it's 2-hour timer. Usually during that 2-hour timer, while I'm waiting for everybody else, I'm changing my pick like 3-4 times. So. I don't really like that. I mostly like to just say, I want this. This looks good. I'm going for it. And that's what I had to do with this. And it turned out, really well for me. So like it way better.
That's awesome. So you definitely prefer this way?
Yes.
Now, about your team, so you kind of said you prep on the fly. You've used 0 trades so far, which is incredible. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody's already ditching Pokemon. At this point, I've already put in my second trade. It's not even the first one. So you like your team?
I love my team. What was crazy is because I love dragons, so naturally I have beef with fairies. So naturally. So I tend to stray away from drafting fairies because I don't even like how they look for the most part. I'm gonna be honest. So I was on the edge with Whimsicott, with trading Whimsicott. Like I know how good it is. I know how much potential it has. But I was just like, there's got to be something better out there. But then after week 1's performance, I'm like, no, I need this Whimsicott. I need it. But I haven't had too much, experience with it. I think I used it in a little tournament, draft tourney, and a tiny bit on ladder. I mean, it did good. It did its job. Just haven't used it on draft. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm just looking forward to I'm looking forward to seeing how I'm going to use this grab lock, because I definitely want to use Topsy-Turvy at least one time.
I drafted Grablock in my season 1, and I'm gonna tell you, it didn't do nothing for me. But
it didn't do nothing. I mean, that was Max. This is a whole different animal.
You're right. This is a whole nother animal, and I guess I didn't think of that when I was drafting my team. I'm looking at your team right now. You didn't get your mascot pick, but you did get your Dragonite.
Yeah, it was either or. It was either or for me.
And you got Kangaskhan, who's always nasty, especially in this format.
Yes.
You got Togepi, which I thought was a pretty spicy pick.
Yep.
I'm liking the way this team looks. I like Galvantula. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at him for my plan. Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking your team a lot.
Yeah, man. I love.
You go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, only thing I'm still on the edge with is Inteleon, because I don't like non-bulky Pokemon, like Pokemon that die right away, or at least offensive Pokemon that die right away. I don't really like that too much. So kind of on the edge on Intelli. I'm gonna be honest.
So you're less of a hyper offensive and more of like a stay back kind of player.
No, I'm definitely hyper offense, but I have to live. like they have to be able to live, because in my head, I think of it as situations where I may not be able to outspeed my opponent. Some way, somehow, they just might have a faster mode than me. They got to live a hit,
Thanks.
without focus eyes. So I need the power, but I also need the bulk. Like Dragonite is perfect for that.
You got to run that crit set on Intellion sometime this season, man.
That's a fact.
You gotta run the crit set.
That's a fact.
So looking in for your week 1, how did prep for Theo go?
Oh, man, prep for Theo, like my first look at it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a piece of cake. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not to say that his team is bad or anything. I just felt like I had the way better. Like I just felt like I had the advantage in that matchup. But that was until like I was running some mock battles and I got my boot smoked by Iron Defense body press Carl Rodriguez. I didn't even know that was a thing, and that's been my biggest fault in Pokemon in general, just the lack of knowledge. Because like I just didn't think of that. I was just like, yo, there's no way he's gonna bring that Coffee Crickets. It's not doing nothing. In my head, I'm like, yeah, it's not doing enough damage. But then body press is kind of disrespectful, and my team is actually kind of. I mean, it's in between, but it's mostly physical. Yeah. Like a lot of my biggest threats is physical. So you get off an Iron Defense, and my boots was cooked. So that's when the prep became way harder, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely going to be a good game.
And it was a wicked good game to watch. Yeah, my season 1, I actually got my first ever draft win with a body press Runerigus.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got my first ever draft win. And it was down. It was like 1v1. I was like, there's no way I'm winning this game. And then I clicked the button and I was like, I win. It was so fucking blessed. So you also mentioned that you love dragons.
Yes.
You know who else really loves dragons?
The Island Dragons?
Your week 2 opponent, the Island Dragons.
Yep.
Last draft season, we made fun of him because he drafted like 5 dragons. He was like monotype dragon.
Right there.
And he did die down a little bit. I think he only has 3 right now. I'm not looking at his team. But
yeah, he got 3.
How you feel about that matchup? Without going into detail, because it hasn't happened yet. How you feel about that matchup?
No, for sure. I'm hyped because first off I'm hyped to see another dragon lover plus another person that's bold enough to drive 3 dragons. I'm definitely hyped for that matchup. But I am confident going into that this week too. Very confident. I think I got the Dragonite is tied for the best dragon in the game. So I think I might be able to out dragon him.
I will say, and Hawk is a close friend of mine. I kind of got him into VGC. Yeah. I will say that back in the day, me, Popo, and a group of people, I think Bubble was part of it. We had a big monotype tournament through a Facebook group before we even knew about draft. And here comes Hawk rolling deep with this monotype dragon team. I was monotype normal. I always went monotype normal. But he rolls deep with monotype dragon. He 2-0's a guy who ran mono fairy, so he knows his way around dragons.
Yes, sir.
I do gotta say,
to hear that.
I'm wicked excited to see that matchup going on. One dragon lover to another. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Now, in pertaining to your future weeks, I kind of have 2-ish more questions with that. The first one is: are there any teams that you're worried about this season?
Any teams I'm worried about in Kanto or in general?
In general, because I see you making playoffs, so I mean you're gonna be facing cross divisional.
And mine too. I see it the same way, man. Honestly speaking, maybe because I looked into it more. Well, I mean, I think mostly, I'm more focused or like worried about playing Otto's team from Johto. Just because I know he's a good VGC player. And I'm okay. In terms of teams, right? Like in my head, it's just like when I see another team, I look at ways. Like when I glance at teams, in my head, I'm like, okay, I could beat it this way, so that I'm not worried about it anymore. And it's not until I like really start to prep for it that I'm like, okay, yeah, no, they got a lot more threats than I was worried about, you know. So mostly it's just like I go based off of what I've seen previously from a coach and the games I watch, because I watch a lot of games. Like I try to watch all the games to just get a feel of how the coach plays, you know, what they mainly look for, and then the kind of plays that they go for. Mm-hmm. So in terms of teams, I personally just feel like I have the best team in both divisions. I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm just more focused on Otto, Dan, and I'd say Goomer. Just because, mostly because of, you know, their accolades as VGC players that I've seen.
So it's less about the team and more about the player.
Yes.
For sure. Now, I guess on the other hand of that, are there any teams specifically that you're like hyped? You're like, I can't wait until my week X. Like, I want this battle now.
Week 4 and week 10. I'm pretty sure week 4 I played Dan. I gotta get my revenge for that BTL league loss that I took from him. That he stole from me. With a good tech. It was a great tech. But like I'm definitely waiting for week 4 to get that revenge. I don't like having losing records on you know, great players. Definitely that. And then week 8, to play Sasori. I forget what it was. I think he disrespected Guja. So he has to get the works.
Fair enough. Sasso's another great player. He wiped the floor with me in another tournament that we did before, and he used Crit Kiss. So I'm not shocked to see him with Kiss on his team now. He knows how to pilot that motherfucker. He knows how to pilot it.
Yes, sir. Got you. Yeah, I heard that's his go-to man right there.
I don't know. I gotta tell you though, I'm a little bit salty though, because you didn't say you're excited about your week 6.
I play you in week 6?
That's my week 6.
Yo, that's great. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's because I'm new. Like I don't, unless I've known you from outside of the league. I don't know what the logos are, you know, and it's not until I play against the team and then I go to the team and then I see who the player is that I know, okay, this player is with this team. So it's just like right now I'm just looking at a whole bunch of logos. I don't know who they belong to. I probably know 4.
Yeah, I just drafted one of my mascots. And I'm not even good with this Pokemon. I'm better with Gengar, but I just picked up the Klefki. Klefki started
yes,
too.
Sir. Oh, word. Yo, Klefki is my favorite fairy and favorite prankstermon. Like that's my go-to fairy right there. Go-to fairy and go-to prankster. Klefki is amazing. Like Klefki is amazing.
I gotta say my favorite fairy has gotta be Primarina. Primarina is my number one.
Okay. Yeah, Prim is kind of OP.
And then my favorite prankstermon has got to be Meowstic. Meowstic has carried games for me hard.
Yes.
I gotta say.
Yes. Listen, what I do love to see, and what I do want to see is that Steel Beam Klefki. Let me tell you something. Steel Beam Klefki put in work.
Y'all bring it to our match. Say less.
Alright.
Like, don't take my word for that. I gotta win. Don't take my word for that. So,
yes, sir.
Walk me through your process. Like, not necessarily through your prep process, but like before a game. Do you have like any like pre-game rituals or anything, or do you just kind of bounce into it?
Yeah, I just first things I look at is what I deem the biggest threat to my team looks like. You know, like what team can? I mean, what mon can hit my team? You know, super hard. And then after I looked at that, I prep. Okay, how can I clap that mon right away? Like that's the like. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't mind putting it out there because I am trying to change the play style. Because, like I said, like I'm not. I wouldn't say new anymore because I'm a year into VGC, like competitive. But like right now, I kind of have tunnel vision. Like my whole prep mostly is based off of the lead. You know what I'm saying? That's mostly my game plan. Like I have to have the best and the perfect lead. Like my lead has to be able to take care of everything on the other team. Like I don't really know how to kind of foreshadow and prep for like, you know, mid or late game. Like usually I'll just like, okay, I'm doing this lead, but then I'm stuck at, okay, what do I bring in the back though? You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's just like whatever I'm feeling at the moment, that's what I'm gonna go for. But yeah, mostly it's just because my idea with Pokemon is I look at Pokemon the same way I look at Smash Brothers is don't get hit. So my idea is kill before you get killed. So try to smoke somebody before they smoke you. So it's just like in my head, I'm like, okay, if I'm going against like a trick room, smoke that trick room like, in whatever way you can, however way you can. If it takes 2 hits because of ability, the fact that it may have focus sash or even redirection, whatever you do, whatever you can do, try to smoke that mon right away. You know what I'm saying? That's really just the main idea.
I feel like that's a true hyper offensive mindset right there.
Literally, man. Because I mean, personally, I don't like setup. Like I don't like setup. I don't. If I have to click a move, like if I have to click a move before I can attack or be a threat offensively, I don't want to do it.
Too
like,
slow. It's too slow.
Yeah. Personally, because it's just like I don't like having to like hope, or you know what I'm saying, like hope that they didn't prep for that. And like I don't like like boom, right? I used to get into kind of like debates with people because they're like, when I was still learning, of course, they were talking about like typing course, and in my head I'm like, I've never been focused on typing course. I was more focused on the stats. You know what I'm saying? Like if in my head I'm like, yeah, if I have better stats than you, then you can have all the typings in the game. You're not gonna beat me because I got better stats than you. In my head, that's how I looked at it. But I do get the idea of switch-ins, but it's like at the same time where you have all these type-ins, you can only bring 6 mons to team preview, and you can only, out of those 6 mons, you can only bring 4. So just because your overall draft team has, you know what I'm saying, good, you know,
yeah, for sure,
you know, type-ins, you're not necessarily gonna have those good type-ins in the game, you know.
Yeah, you can't bring 11 Pokemon.
Exactly.
That's a whole different game.
Exactly. Literally.
You say you play Smash? Yo, we got a couple people in the VBA who are pretty big into Smash.
Oh, where?
I used to go pretty hard with Smash. I kind of pumped the brakes as soon as all that stuff started coming out, like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And then we have Theo, who's nasty at Smash.
What?
I've beaten him once online, but I went to his house a little while ago, and we played for like 2 hours, and I didn't take a single game.
Ooh.
And then Curry is our resident Olimar main. He's nasty too. Okay. He's nasty. I'm just saying we can all get together to have an arena, rotate in and out.
Let me know.
Who's your main?
Let me know. My main right now is DDD.
Yeah.
But I'm trying so hard to get a new main because it's just like playing DDD. It feels so toxic. Like he's so my playstyle. Like he's so my playstyle, and he can do everything. But playing against certain characters, it's just like you playing it, and then I'm just getting aggravated. Like playing against a Min, aggravation to like the max. Playing against a Pikachu or Rob, aggravation.
That's me.
So I'm trying to switch to either Bayonetta or Snake.
Word. I got a friend who had a pretty solid Snake. I got my main. So it used to be Rob from Brawl all the way up to the beginning of the newest one. I was Rob, but then I was like, I've been playing Rob for like a decade. I need to switch it up.
Yeah.
So now my main is Game and Watch with a fallback on Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes, I tried to do Game and Watch. I did try. But it's just going from DDD to Game Watch, two way different animals. Like Game and Watch, I could throw out smash attacks. DDD, no.
All I'm saying is I know about the toxicity. I know how to up B out of shield.
Yes. Yo, oh my. Yo, that's another. How did I say that matchup? Yo, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh my gosh. But we definitely got to set up that arena.
Hell yeah. I'm sure Theo and Curry would be super into it. Now, so it seems like you're pretty well versed in games. What other types of games do you play?
Honestly speaking, like I grew up with my brothers and just gaming. So it's like, honestly speaking, I play a lot of games, like a lot of type of games. Like Final Fantasy, COD, Apex, Skyrim. Skyrim is actually my favorite game of all time. Like I love Skyrim. Yes, I love Skyrim. But like, all them games. Like I try to play as much games as possible. I like literally just love playing video games. And usually because I play so many games and it's like I don't stick to one, I'm usually like I get good at a lot of games, but I'm never like great or excel. You know what I'm saying? At anything, because I play so much,
I'm with you too. I spread all my competitive games too thin at one point,
yes.
and now I'm on that vibe. Now I'm on that vibe of playing catch up. So like,
yes,
I started way back in the day with like it was a Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2, Ultimate Ninja 3.
Yes, sir.
And then I went to like the Dragon Ball Budokai, like all those games, and then I got competitive with Tekken, and then I got Pokemon, and then and I'm like, damn, I'm like okay, like I could beat most like a good amount of people in all these games.
Exactly.
But like I'm not hitting Master Ball anytime soon. So like I mean I hit Master Ball now, but like before when I first,
sure.
But now I gotta put it. I play Pokemon. That's my thing. I play Pokemon now.
I've been trying to get to that point. I'm gonna be honest with you, but then it's like somebody would hit me up like, "Yo, get on Call of Duty." I'm like, I'm getting on call. God, somebody like, "Yo, let's run a first attendance Street Fighter." I'm like, I gotta run, go do that. But I've been trying.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'm still playing other games. I'm just not playing competitively no more.
No, for sure.
Now with Pokemon, when you said you got into competitive about a year ago. When did you start playing Pokemon like for fun?
For fun, since I was a young buck. I started playing, like my brother had. I think he has all of them. I actually don't think he got Sword and Shield. He just. I think it was they didn't put all the Pokemon in the game, so he was upset about that. He's like, I ain't getting that shit. So I think I started with Gold. Yes, for sure. What was tough for me, right, is I don't know if you remember them PlayStation 2 days where you needed a memory card.
Yep.
So if you was playing the game and you had to go to school or something, you had to leave it on if you wanted to keep your save.
You left that shit on.
Yes. So with his Gold cartridge was messed up, so it wouldn't save. So, and that's actually the only reason he let me play it. So when I tell you, I went through that beginning part of Gold so many times. I only beat that game one time. And that's because later on down the years, I played it on a computer. I didn't even beat it on the cartridge. Because what would be so annoying is that all right. My bad, bro.
No, you're good.
Come here. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't think he want to come to me. But yeah, I had to leave it on, but it would freeze when I leave it on too long. So I never was able to beat gold on the cartridge. And then I don't think I played any until Sword and Shield. And then I think for like a month or two, I played it a little bit competitive, but I think I made it to Master Ball, and then I put it down for something else. And then I think I was just looking on YouTube, and then I saw Wolfie talking about the VBA, not VBA, VBE.
Yeah, that's what it said. Was it the WB? I think.
WB. Yes. Yeah, I saw him doing that, and I was like, "Oh, they got draft leagues." And personally, I love that idea because I used to do that in like fighting games, like with my brothers. Like we'll pick a certain amount of fighters, and then those are the only fighters that we'll each use. So I was like, "Oh, yo, that's fire!" So then that's how I got back into Pokemon, like competitive, and then then that's when I just started running that. Like I think I joined my first league. My first league UGA as a replacement was probably around like October or something like that.
Nice. So draft is what got you back into Pokemon.
Yes.
That's pretty solid. I kind of the same thing kind of for me. Like I was feeling kind of down because I feel like Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive got so stale after a while.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need something more fun. And then Draft League came through, and I was like, bet.
Yeah.
It was actually Bubble asked Popo, and then Popo told me, and then I've been every season since.
Yes.
I do have to ask because I heard jingles. Is there a pet in the room?
No, there's a baby.
Oh, okay. I was like, I need to see a pet. You don't got to show your baby. I was gonna ask if it was a pet.
No. This my nephew. That's my nephew.
Hell yeah. So I've seen a couple things you like to do in your free time. I got your binge show, which is what did you put? I just lost it. I just had it, but I just lost it.
Mm-hmm.
It was something Ragnarok.
No, I think it was. I think I probably put Berserk.
Let me see. I got it right here. You scroll down. You said Records of Ragnarok was your current TV binge show.
Oh yes. I started it. Like I think I started like the first because everybody been trying to tell me to watch the joint. And I was just like, me personally, of course I love anime, but I don't like to watch an anime until it's finished. Like until it's completely finished, because I don't like being on the edge, like just waiting for what's gonna happen next. So then I was like starting to watch it until I realized, like, wait, there's no way this joint is only gonna be 12 episodes. So I looked it up and I'm like, yo, this joint not finished. I'm like, I ain't watching it right now anymore. But I know it's nice. You know what I'm saying? Just by looking at the trailers, I know it's nice.
I need to know how you feel about One Piece.
That's top 5.
Really? All right. 5. I'm not a fan, but I was really hoping you were about to start talking smack about it because that's Hawk the Wanderer's favorite anime, and I need that competition there. I guess the only thing I really gotta ask about is you got us to tell us about volleyball. Is that competitive or is that for fun?
Oh yes, that's very competitive. I used to be on a high school team. But then I failed off the team, so couldn't go to college. Like I had one. I think it was a D3. It was either D3 or D2 looking at me, but then I failed off right before playoffs. And then after that, it was cooked for me. So I still try playing tournaments and every chance I get, you know.
Do you travel at all with it, or?
Nah. I don't got a team right now to do that, because what I love about volleyball is it's very, very team oriented.
What's your position that you like to play the best?
Right now, my best position is middle, cause I ain't that good at passing. You know what I'm saying? Like in high school, what I don't like is in high school, your coaches usually tell you to do this one thing with the position they want to put you at. They're gonna tell you to do that, and they're only gonna make you do that, perfect that craft. So then, when it comes time that you're like, all right, I want to try to branch out. It's hard. It's very hard. So I'm trying to move over to like an outside hitter. But like I definitely got to get that bumping and passing down pat before I could do that.
But I had we never ended up dating, but I had a crush that I found out she ended up going to college, and she ended up playing volleyball like competitively.
Yeah.
And she was a libero.
Yes.
And she was apparently she was pretty solid. So I had to ask about the volleyball. Now I do want to let you go. However, I have one last question.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask every single person on the series, and it's what is the last gift that you gave somebody?
The last gift that I gave somebody was a bracelet and a ring, and that was to my ex.
Bracelet and ring to the ex. I had to ask.
Yes.
It's just I'm a man of giving myself, and I
for sure.
I feel like the gifts. Sure. What's the last gift that you enjoy giving to somebody that you could?
No, yes, that was it. Like, that's still the love of my life right now, man. Man's about to see some tears on this camera, man.
Nah, I don't see no tears.
No, yeah, it was a cause she loves rings. It was a ring, and I got her a bracelet for her birthday. Yeah.
Nice. Well.
Yes.
At least you're still happy about the gift, I gotta say.
That's a fact. Definitely.
But
I love giving.
That's good. You don't have a lot of people that are good at giving. You don't have a lot of people. But I will say that about wraps up our interview. I'll let you get to your nephew.
Yes, that's a fact.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me and hanging out for the interview. Can't wait to put this out.
Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me, for sure.
Alrighty. You have a wonderful night, man.
All right, brother. Take care, man.
All right. Peace out.